Uh, feel good. Uh, feel very good, and for the fact that it has not been an easy season, but quite proud with the whole setup. You know, not only the players, but there are a lot of people behind who have really made it possible that the team have been one of the very competitive teams in the league. So to have achieved the position of, being in the top four, it's quite a satisfactory situation. Yeah.
Yeah, obviously very happy. Yeah, it's been a fantastic season. Obviously, at the start of the season, we were looking to, I think really we were looking to maintain what we did last year in finishing in certainly in the top 8, hopefully the top 6. So to have made the top 4 in just our 3rd season of Premier League is obviously a fantastic achievement by everybody, from the technical staff, from the players, and everyone else that's worked behind the scenes. It's taken a great effort. Obviously we probably, everyone's been talking about the fact that we've maybe gone on a run of games lately without many wins, but I think that was always going to happen at some point. That's the difference between us and the teams right at the top. So to have been able to have maintained that place in the top 4 and achieve it with 2 games to spare is great. And now we can look forward to playing in the top 4 next season. But first, just enjoy the rest of this season and see if we can get that 3rd position as well.
I think what I can say is definitely we'll do what we've been doing, all the matches, making the best possible squad to win games. Yeah. Yes, I think it's gonna be an electrifying, situation, and we just want to be like what I've just said earlier. Be competitive as much as we can, because those are the kind of matches that I've always said, let's play the big games, the big guns, and learn out of them. For us, we just want to see us growing match by match. So we'll be looking forward to that. But the most important one is the this coming weekend's match against LDF. So we are looking forward to both matches.
Yeah, we've already been doing that. It's always important to plan early. We already know. This year there's been quite a lot of decisions to make, because we've got quite a few number of players who are going to be out of contract. So we've had to make a decision on who we're going to offer new contracts to and who we're not. On top of that, I think we've got a couple of targets in mind that we'd like to try and bring to the club as well, just to make sure we're strong again next season, or as strong as we can be. So yeah, we're already been discussing that for a number of weeks already. Obviously, it makes a difference once we know we're in the top 4 as well. That we know that we're going to be competing in 3 competitions next season, so we have to bear that in mind as well. So it's already underway, but certainly we'll keep gathering pace now as we get to the end of the season and beyond that. It shows, I think, what a fantastic, fantastic group we have throughout. The support that we get, the office staff, I said it before, the technical team, the players, my management team. It's taken a lot of work by a lot of people to get us where we've got in this small amount of time. I think it's part of the bigger picture. We've always said we're looking to build long term. I'm not saying we're going to be able to finish top 4 again next year. It's going to be tough to be able to maintain it once you get to this stage. But I think it's still all part of the big long term plan to be competing with the best eventually over the next few years. So it's definitely a big achievement by everybody.
The players are the guys really that I'm gonna give credit in terms of the way their attitude, the way they conducted themselves. They were always willing to listen and learn. They were always bubbly. They enjoyed those grilling times. Where we had to work hard, and they also understood that for us as a team to be competitive, we really have to respect the game, you know, to work hard and respect everything that revolves around the game. And I'm quite happy with the way things have gone, you know, with them. And I've seen guys improving, you know. So for me and my technical team, it was, you know, a moment whereby one would say there's something that we're doing right in terms of the management and everyone around. And we have played some games whereby we're always under pressure because the Keep for Life was still looked at a small team, you know, and we surprised a lot of people, and it's been great, really. It's been a journey whereby one can really look back and say, what a great season it has been, you know. Yeah.
I think, yeah, coach has said it all. You know, it really has been a great journey. Right from the start, when we went on a great run at the beginning, and the way we bounced back from, you know, from defeats to keep runs going, and just to, you know, I think injuries and maybe a bit of fatigue and, you know, things like that have maybe caught up in the last few weeks a little bit. But again, to keep going until we got over the line has been brilliant, and I think it's, you know, it's a great compliment to everybody who's helped work hard towards achieving that. And, you know, so I mean, also the support that we get from our fans, you know, turning up every week. And, you know, one game I always remember is when we played them at Bootsway, and, you know, they've been used to seeing us winning, and still when we were losing that game to Denare, they were still there in numbers, still cheering us on, still singing at the end. And our sponsors as well, you know, have also made a big contribution. So, you know, it's a lot of people behind all of this. But now we've just got to work hard and try, you know, keep trying to build on what we've achieved so far.